So where should we start? By right, when it comes to training, what we should do is training need analysis. But I think you and me agree that somehow it's hard to conduct a proper training need analysis. Generally, we are not given the time and we are not given the budget to go deep into it. So how do we handle it? Is generally, we still do the scoping out of training need. We speak to HR, we speak to the stakeholder. But more importantly, how we handle it is the way we design our program. We always work on something called 80-20 rules. Means 80% of the content are already fixed, but what we do is that we'll keep the 20% of the content flexible. So as we are engaged in the training, as we discuss and feedback from the participant, we will be able to sense and understand the underlying current, what are the things that frustrates them. So as long as we still are within the scope of what we're supposed to cover, we'll link it to this area of concern so that we help them to see how this training can really help them and it make them more effective at work. So that's the first thing we do in terms of the 20/80 of the design of the program. Then some people will ask me, so Brian, where should I start? Should I start with their mindset? Should I work with their skill set? Or what exactly should I do? Well, my advice is this. Given a choice, if you are looking for a series of training, it's always good to start with the mindset, but then followed by skill set. For example, mindset would be like things like certain mindset of being a good leader, the role manager, what is professionalism, how to gain respect, etc. Then once we cover that, we have created the awareness on this, we'll move into the next topic about potentially their emotion. How do I go about managing my own emotion? It's about self-leadership. Then go into skill sets such as communication skill, so that now they realize that, oh, I see, these are the mindset that I need to have, or I fail to see this. Now that I'm ready, come feed me with skill set. I'm hungry for it and I'm willing to learn from it. So start with mindset to go into skill set if you have a series of training. If let's say you only have limited budget and you're looking for a 1 or 2 days training, then I would say whichever that they are hungry will fit them on those areas. If there's a need of starting with skill set, we'll jump start with skill set. Of course, be prepared, because many times during the skill set training, you find that we need to revisit the mindset. But it's fine, because if that's what they're hungry, they would like that, to take that, we give it to them. Along the way, we'll add in this mindset for them. And of course, once they cover the training and they like it more, we can always plan for more for them. The other option also things like Excel, skill set, because sometimes if you keep telling them that, hey, you need to have good attitude, you need to change, yes, it works, but sometimes it's even more effective when they can see the change in their productivity themselves. Means, for example, enabling them using Excel skill, means increasing their productivity with Excel skill. Now, as you are also, if you want to offer Excel skill, it is important for you to find the right program. Frankly, there are too many courses out there offering Excel skill. But the emphasis should be not only teaching the function, but focusing on the creative application of the function towards the world. Means when you're looking for training, you need to make sure that this Excel program cover function, but also linking all these functions to the practical usage. That's why program design is important, trainer background is important. If this is just a normal IT graduate or trainer, generally they may not be able to quote so many practical real-life cases for them to understand. So it is important for you to find a trainer with real-life practical experience and able to connect this with them. So for example, if they're accountant, your participant is accountant, it's good to find a trainer with accounting background to help them to see the relevance. They are able to speak the same lingo, etc. Now, if their skills, the gap is in PowerPoint, again, equip them with PowerPoint skill. So once they can see the change or quantumly their productivity, their confidence will be boosted. They feel motivated. Then from there on, we can push for more. For example, mindset change, etc. That's how it works. The third choice you have, if you do not want to do mindset, skill set, you can also look at team bonding. We call it team bonding, we don't call it team building, because what we do is like during the session, we'll bond them psychologically. Means it's not just outdoor activity where they just run around, but what we do it indoor, controlling the environment, the music, etc., helping them to bond by opening up, sharing, and also connecting psychologically. It has been very powerful. And once this whole dynamic of the team changes, then we can move in further in terms of the mindset or skill set training. It's also possible. So these are different approach, that variety that you can choose for. Ideally, it should not be a 2-day training, it should be a series of training. Generally, that will be a lot more effective.